Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm Mariano with Oak Ember Reviews here on the Oak Ember Cigars YouTube channel. And today I'm going to give a try to the Rocky Patel Emerald. It's a Nicaraguan cigar with a Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. Let me see here about the binder. It's a Mexican and Nicaraguan binder with Nicaraguan fillers. This has been sitting in my humidor for about 2 months. Yesterday on one of the Facebook cigar channels, I saw someone was smoking one, so I decided it was finally time to break it out. This is a box pressed cigar. The smell is light and sweet. Pre-light. Let's see if I can get this first wrapper off. Yeah, it's a very light smelling cigar. I'm going to use my V cutter on it. The draw seems very open. I'm getting some baking spices on the draw. A little bit of creaminess. Let's light this bad boy up and see what it's about. What cigars are you guys having this Sunday? Comment down below. I'd be curious to find out what you guys like. Oh, a lot of smoke coming through this. It's very open. Not in a bad way, though. This is a really smooth cigar. No burn on the retrohale. Slight baking spices, a lot of creaminess. Maybe a little bit of leather on the back end. We'll see as we go with this. Anyways, I was planning on going to a cigar lounge last night to give it a try. However, doing a little bit of investigating, it turns out that they're advertising themselves as a private club. with no information about what it takes to join the private club or anything like that. What are your thoughts on private clubs inside of a cigar shop? I'm curious, because to me, it would seem like you would want to make it a home for anyone that patrons your business, right? I mean, private club entails, you know, some kind of elitism, which I definitely am not a fan of. You know, for instance, if you guys don't know, I also have a Oak Ember whiskey channel that does whiskey reviews, and I found a place that was selling a hard-to-find whiskey. So on the Facebook groups, I was like, hey, I found these hard-to-find E.H. Taylors at this place, and they have cases of them, because nowhere else here in Miami seems to have it in stock. So, you know, I want whoever wants to try it to be able to get one. So I posted it, and then I had a bunch of people, keep that to yourself, don't tell everyone where it's at, which, again, I don't understand that. Why do you want such elitism? You know, we're all brothers and sisters. Why wouldn't you want to help your fellow fans out to be able to try something they may have never had before, you know? And it's the same way with cigars. You know, it's about, cigar lounges are supposed to be about meeting new people, having new experiences while enjoying cigars, talking with other people, learning about new cigars that you never thought of trying. You know, I had never seen a private lounge attached to a cigar shop before. You know, I've seen private clubs where the entire thing is just a club, and I can see that. But if you're advertising as a cigar shop on Google, what, you can't sit down and test out cigars because you're not a club member? That just seemed weird to me. Anyways, I'm here yapping, and this thing did not go out, which is good, because I had a Rocky Patel last night that I swear every time I did this, the cigar would go out. I mean, I wouldn't be away from it for 30 seconds and I had to relight it, which caught me off guard because it was in the same humidor as this, so I thought maybe there was a problem with the humidor, even though it was telling me it was at 65% for the last 2 months. Okay, I spoke too soon. This thing just went out on me. Jesus. Anyways, I just got this lighter and I'm really enjoying it. I love the angle of the light, as well as the V cutter is super sharp. I do sharpen my V cutters, so that's usually not a problem, but I can never seem to get it as sharp as a brand new lighter. But I really love this thing. What do you think about it? I don't remember whether I got this on Amazon or Cigar Bid. Probably Amazon. I have used it quite a bit. The butane's up down to about halfway. There's a little thing inside so I can see. But anyways, this is a really good Rocky Patel, I tell you. I don't know, as of late, Rocky Patels seem to be hit or miss, depending on which one you get. I seen so many people smoking these, I was like, I gotta try one, so I ordered one from Total Wine when I was placing an order for my Lagavulin 16. Back on lounges. What is your whole thought on lounges? Are you a at-home cigar smoker primarily? Are you a lounge rat? No disrespect saying lounge rat. That's just around here. That's what they tend to call people that go to cigar lounges here in Miami. And you know, that's the only way I really know how to refer to people that go to lounges, because it's used so common here. Are you a cross between the two? Do you like smoke at home during the week, go to lounges on the weekends? I'm curious. Also, if you are someone who hangs out at lounges, what do you what are some good lounges? What are some bad lounges? I'd love to get a community list going, of good lounges and lounges we should probably maybe try once and then judge for ourselves, but be wary as we're going as to what we might expect. I value your opinions, as a lot of you have probably been smoking cigars longer than me. Even though I'm in my 50s, I'm kind of a late bloomer as to collecting cigars at home, In my 40s, I've done vacations in the Dominican Republic. Sorry, my nose is runny this morning being outside, so there's probably some stuff in the air giving me allergies. So if you see me wiping my nose, I'm not trying to be disgusting. I just forgot to bring out a napkin. I wasn't expecting my nose to run like a faucet this morning. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, the reviews of your favorite and least favorite lounges. I'd love to get a list going, because you guys have probably been doing this longer than me. As I was saying, I only started collecting cigars in my 50s. In my 40s, I've done trips to the Dominican Republic, and that's where I first discovered Dominican tobaccos rolled by Cubans. I am half Cuban. My father's parents came from Cuba just as Castro was taking over, and excuse me. So I have that Cuban background. I have smoked Cuban cigars, which I would say since the 90s have gone downhill a lot because the government really started pushing production over quality with these companies. And, since they started selling to Hong Kong, the prices have just gone astronomical. And I really fell in love with Dominican cigars when I was in Punta Cana. Every cigar I had was just great quality, even though they may have been harsher than a new cigar smoker should have went with. Okay, we went out again. It's starting to burn a little bit uneven too. I don't think that had to do with my lighting, because I do try and even everything out to give it a fair shot, but I will say it's a little bit humid out here this morning. We had a lot of fog this morning here in the south side of Miami. I'm getting more leather now as we've gone down about a 1/4 inch. Jesus, I forgot where I was with that. Work trucks passing by on a Sunday. Okay. Wow, I forgot what I was talking about, my friends. You know what? Oh, the humidity. Yeah, it was very foggy this morning, so maybe it's the humidity of being outside that's affecting it, going from a 65% humidor to just clearing up fog. So even on my wife's car, there's dew on the hood, so the humidity is probably a little bit higher right now. We are at like 9 in the morning right now, even though this video probably won't be posted till more like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I do want to give a review on the whole cigar, so I'll probably cut this off as I continue to smoke, and cut back in from time to time to give further down the stick. Anyways, do you enjoy these conversational reviews more, or do you like me to just talk about the stick? Comment down below and let me know. The cigar channel is relatively new, and I'd love to give you what you guys want. I'm not the greatest talker, but I do like to talk. I mean, I'm not an introvert by any means, even though I can be by myself and be comfortable. Okay, we have a honeybee flying around. 2 honeybees flying around this morning. Interesting. All of my plants that would attract honeybees tend to be over in the bushes over there or in the backyard, so having them fly around here in the front where the plants really aren't pollen producers is kind of weird. And yeah, as you can see, things capture my attention and take me off track. So anyways, let me know what you like. If you like these conversational reviews or you want me to just stick to the stick. We're 21 minutes in, so let me cut this for a while. As I get the first quarter done, I'll come back and talk about it more, just because I don't want to drain the batteries totally dead just talking about random stuff yet. And I'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, I'm touching back in. I lost about the first inch of the ash, but as you can see, this ash is burning pretty good. A little bit of unevenness on the wrapper burn. The insides seem to be burning even. It's the wrapper that I guess one side might be more humid than the other. I'm still getting that baking spice and that leather. Now that we're a third of the way down. The flavor really hasn't changed. It's still very smooth. It hasn't gotten heated up yet where it starts getting a spicier burn on the inhale. Well, not really an inhale because I'm not taking it to the lungs, but you know what I mean, guys. Anyways, yeah, I mean, it's a good cigar. I would say if I was going to pair this up with anything, this wouldn't make a bad coffee cigar. I would probably go with the lighter scotches with this because it is such a light cigar. I think a heavy peat scotch would overpower it. I think cask strength bourbons would probably overpower this. But for bourbons, maybe Colonel E.H. Taylor small batch would go good with this. Rocks type blendeds would go good with this. Maybe even a Buffalo Trace with a cube or two in it to give it that little extra water would go good with this cigar. Anyways, how many of you like smoking cigars with your morning coffee? how many of you are Scotch drinkers, how many are bourbon drinkers, you know, rum, tequila. Let me know what type of stuff you like having with your cigar. Also, if you're enjoying this video, I'd appreciate a like. If you think I've earned it, I would love subscribes. I'm trying to grow this channel. We have 9 or 10 subscribers right now on this channel. The whiskey channel, we have about 4,200. That channel is monetized. This one is not. You know, I'm not expecting it to get monetized with the new YouTube anti-cigar mentality, but you know, I enjoy cigars. I love having conversations with other cigar smokers, so I'm going to continue this channel whether we're monetized or not. And you know, hitting like, commenting, subscribing are all stuff to get these videos pushed out to more people. So if you're liking the content, I would love your help in getting this out to more people. This video is going to be a longer video than my past ones, just because I wanted to try something new to see how you guys like it. Okay. My cat's at the window knocking down shades. My black cat Jack, he was born on a farm, so okay guys, I did exhaust that battery. As I said, this is going to be a rather long video, trying to find what you guys like. My cigar did go out when I went in to grab my other 2 batteries and put that battery on the charger. I'd like to say thank you to Chris Gomez for subscribing today. I appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome to the other people who subscribed. I wasn't filming as you guys subscribed, so unfortunately I didn't have your names pop up on my phone to give you a shout out, but I do appreciate you joining. Cigar's about halfway now. The flavor has not changed at all. The Rocky Patel I had yesterday, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but as I got down to about that much left, it just became unsmokable because it was so harsh. So we'll see how this box press does as it gets down there. Anyways, I'll be back as I get a little bit further down to give you more of the review. Okay guys, I'm back, and I've taken the second band off. We're almost down to a third left. A lot more leathery now, leaving an aftertaste on my lips. That's probably the Habano wrapper as it's getting a little bit wet. Let's see how we're doing on the retrohale. Okay, the retrohale is a lot spicier now, a lot more peppery. Through the nose, and the roof of my mouth is just really peppery right now. Towards the back of the roof of my mouth, it's almost like a lingering burn from the pepper. Those of you that have smoked this cigar before, what are your thoughts on it? Do your opinions differ than mine? Let me know. Are they pretty much the same? Do you love this cigar? Hate it? Comment down below. I'm sure the others that haven't tried it yet would love to get multiple opinions on this cigar. Work trucks passing by. Landscapers are busy today. Yeah, a lot of leather, a lot of pepper more than baking spices now. I don't know if it's because it's heating up the further down it goes. But yeah, the lower third is not as enjoyable as the first two to me. It's a lot more full than mild medium that it has been previous to this, which my palate is not a huge fan of the full-bodied cigars yet. You know, I think that's more for someone that's been regularly smoking for a lot longer than me. Anyways, I'll smoke this down a little bit more and I'll get back to you. I have a feeling once we get down to that, if we get down to that third wrapper, I'm not going to be able to smoke this anymore just because it's starting to get a little bit too harsh for my tasting. Anyways, I'll be back in a little bit to continue this review. Okay guys, I'm back. We're almost to the third wrapper and we're going to start wrapping this up because at this point the cigar has really changed. It's become a full-bodied cigar. It's really heated up on the inhale. The taste is getting a lot more bitter and I'm really not enjoying it down at this part of the cigar. Yeah, I think I'm done with this cigar with about 2 inches left on it. Pretty much the same as the other Rocky Patel. I would say the first 2/3 was great, and it just started getting a little bit too much for me. If you like full-bodied cigars as well as medium cigars, you'll probably enjoy this cigar more than I did. On a 1 to 10, I would say the first 2 halves were probably an 8. The third half, I would give a 4. So overall, I'd give this cigar 6.5 out of 10. Anyways, let me know what you think about this longer review. In the next video, I'll try and cut down on the anyways, because now that I just said it again, I realize I've been saying it throughout the video. You know, I'm learning as I go. Hopefully I'll get better as the videos go on. Again, comment down below what you like, don't like, what you'd like to see in the next videos. You know, good or bad, I try and respond to all comments, and I enjoy doing these videos, so I'd like to improve upon them to give you more of what you like. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up this Sunday morning. And I do all the video editing myself, so hopefully this will be out this afternoon. I'm not the best video editor, so I'm doing the best that I can with the skills that I have right now, and hopefully I'll improve on that. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. Another anyways. And it's good to have you here watching my videos, and have a great Sunday.